Hey everyone, welcome back to more Premier Drafts in the Midnight Hunt. Our last two drafts did not go very well, so we have to take care of that, but once we're done there, we'll be good. I think the first one was no removal, the second one was no card advantage, so I think we just need to get more balance between them, is the thing. I get tunnel vision done one or the other, I think. Maybe it's just... I don't know. I really don't know. I also think that the general card quality is not as high as I want it to be. For example, we had to, that's really it. One was a blue deck with 0 Organ Hoarders. I think it had 1 Revenge of the Drowned. That was hard to play. The other one was a white-black deck with, very 2/2 drops. So, had some issues there. But we can manage. Well, so we have Bomb Black or Bomb White. I think Bomb White is where we want to be. Because here's the thing that I didn't realize when I first saw it. It's not whenever Adeline attacks. It's whenever you attack. So you could just attack with you can literally attack with a 1/1 white human token and get another 1/1 white human token. If you can keep them alive, it's insane. This is where I want the Flare of Fates. This card is strong enough I might be able to go white-green Coven, which is away from black-blue, and that makes me hopeful. And then giving a Scab Wrangler and a Dreadhound to the rest of the people in my draft pack basically says blue and black are free. Do as you see fit. Or I just take Flesh Taker because it's a good card, and I think we're definitely going white, and I don't see any good... Shadow Beast Sighting. Flesh Taker is good with Adeline. I attack... make a 1/1 token. I sacrifice the token. That just gets chump blocked. I'm gonna go with Flesh Taker this for now. Faneblade is not bad. I've seen this card has won me games before. Grizzly Goal is great, but it's not in the color we want to be. Shadow Sighting, I do like the idea of the color. Midnight Ambush is pretty good, but I think I'm gonna go with Flesh Taker first. Let's try to get myself a good reason to be in black-white if I do it. Alright, Cathar Commando, Heirloom Mirror, another Shadow Beast Sighting. I don't think Cathar Commando is that great that it's picked over Shadow Beast Sighting. Shadow Beast Sighting is that great, is what I'm getting at. Alright, well, white's being attacked. I could take the Burn the Accursed, go into white-red. That is definitely an option. I could go Death Bond. Okay, so we're at pick 4. Someone chose to leave behind the Death Bonnet Sprouts. That is worth noting. So green is might be open then. If green is open, I do want the Death Bonnet. But if it's not, I want the Burn the Accursed. Either way, I'll take the Death Bonnet this time. And it could end up punishing me later. Alright. I really do not like Heirloom Mirror, in case anyone was wondering. It's only as a sorcery. It's 5 mana for... Overall, it's 5 mana for a 4/4 flyer that comes to play tapped. It's the coming into play tapped in addition to everything that becomes the issue. I'll pick the Kennel Grove Witch. As I said, we want to be white for the Adeline. And this is just a fine 2/2. If we're aggressive, it's good. If we're controlling, it's 2 mana, 2/3. Alright. Dawnheart Wardens, I think, says, hey, white-green is open enough to take it. We have a 1-drop, a 2-drop, two 3-drops, and a Shadow Beast Sighting behind it all. Yeah. I think it's time for the Dawnheart Wardens. I think we get to put it in. The Flesh Taker might have to get pulled then, but that's okay. Might of the Old Ways is great in this deck. Silverbolt is also a fine card, but this is a deck. If Might of the Old Ways is good, it's good here. Because this is the Coven deck. Alright. We're going to sideboard this Flesh Taker. Keep in mind that if black is open, we can take it. But what this does is this basically... We just told everyone black-blue is open. And they give us back an Overwhelmed Dark Fist. Alright. This is a deck where Candlelit Cavalry can be a win condition. But I think I just want to make sure I have my 2-drops. So I'm going to grab the Titterland Guide. Also helps with Coven by putting it on the right creature. Burdenmire is good in stopping the flyers. I really like Burdenmire. Candlelit Cavalry, I think, goes late. Sungold Barrage, I can take as a kill spell, but I think I'm going to start with the Burdenmire. Another Shadow... A Shadow Beast Sign... Okay, I just want to note. A Shadow Beast Sign rotated all the way back around. That's a really good sign that green's open. That's a really good sign that green's open. Alright. Here, I'm gonna put the Brimstone Vandal in the sideboard, because there are some white-red cards that could be worth adding in, and I want to, if I'm going to be splashing a color, I feel like splashing black is now not out of the option, so we're going to leave that be. Alright. Whew. Just deep breaths, letting things happen. We are actually more green than white, I believe. Yep, 78% green. Yep. Because we have 3 white cards. Wow. Yeah, so we're green, and we're not sure. The only reason we're white is because of idling. We could actually pull out the white and be red. I think the Stuffed Bear is actually playable here. Even if we're red, we don't want to raise the effigy. Stuffed Bear could be turned into a 2/2 green bear that could help us trigger Coven and just help us charge in for a lethal once in a while. So I'm going to put the Stuffed Bear in here. It's kind of funny. Stuffed Bear is the best of those kind of cards, and it's still only so good. I think Oink just hit play and then left the table because they needed to do something. I'm not playing Plummet, so let's get some rare drafting for an Arcane Infusion. Not playing Return to Nature. I can't support it. We got a clear shot. Like, again, this card will win you games. This card single-handedly wins games. But it's not. It's only one of our colors. The one color we're guaranteed to be is green, and we have a good green card. Don't pass the good green card for a speculation in pack 2. Because it's just a speculation, I don't. So we take the clear shot. We're hoping to get the Unrolling Mob, probably. Oh, right. We now have a lot of time to think about our decisions. Let's leverage that to the best of our abilities. If we end up being a color other than white, I think... I mean, we don't really have a reason to be many other colors. Flesh Taker, you have to be white, so that's not even considered. Arcane Infusion is 2 colors, I don't want to do it. Brimstone Vandal is the only card that is playable non-white, and it's not worth splashing for a Brimstone Vandal of all things. So... and yeah, 2 Shadow Beast Scions is great. Like, look at this. So, 2 premium 4-drops, good 3-drops. Like, the worst of these 3-drops is Birdemire, and I always love myself a Birdemire. And now we have our top end in Rise of the Ants. So in case you're wondering, Shadow Beast Scion and Rise of the Ants has this amazing theme, where you play a turn 6 Rise of the Ants, you have a Shadow Beast already in your grave, and now every land is a good card, and every non-land's a good card. So Rise of the Ants is an easy pick. We might even be getting a Birdemire back around. Like, I need to remember that I have... like, I'm not going to be seeing my next card for a while, so I need to just stick around, talk about why I'm picking the card for a bit longer. So, yeah, these as our top end. Like, this is already enough grounded top end, basically. Like, 2 4-drops, 2 7-drops, a 6-drop, and an 8-drop, basically, is what's in our deck. Alright. Well, white is open enough. Ambitious Farmhand is probably the pick. The Lunarch Veteran, I do love Lunarch Veteran, but this, as I said, we're the Coven deck. This gives us our land drops when we want them, and it is a 3/3 lifelinker, which lifelink is pretty good in this format. So we have 1 attack, 2 attack, 3 attack, 4 attack, and X attack, and a buff for attack, like plus Mind of the Old Ways. Yep. So we definitely like that. Lunarch Veteran's pretty nice. If we get that back around, chances are we won't. I'm happy with Timberland Guide or Homestead Courage. Homestead does help us with our splashing. Alright. Gavany Trapper or Gavany Silversmith? So Trapper is great if we're going the long game. Silversmith is great if we're going the early game. So it's just a question of which one we want. They're both amazing. If I could put both in my deck, I would. The Trapper does give us a 0/2, but the +1/+1 counters I think actually helps support our Coven more, and just, you know, Amazing card versus amazing card. We're going to be playing on curve for a bit, so... Trapper's good when we have too many cards. Hard color combinations open, guys. Briarbridge Tractor, card 3 mana, 4/3 that draws a card later. Like, amazing. Alright, Lunarch Veteran, I did say I wanted one. Might of the Old Ways is nice, and this is a deck where it would work, but I want my Lunarch Veteran first. The lifelink is valuable, the creature is valuable. It's just value. Another Shadow Beast Sighting, so that will be basically all the 4-drops we want. Shadow Beast Sighting is such a great card. Such a great card in this format. Just the body is perfect. To the point where I think I pick a 4th Shadow Beast Sighting over the first 5 mana card in our deck. The kill spell is worth noting, but I really think that Shadow Beast Sighting is this good. The Tireless Hauler should... We shouldn't ignore it, but I really think Shadow Beast Sighting is that good. Alright, well, we get Tireless Hauler anyways. Wait, we only have 4 2-drops? Huh. This is not a deck that Unruly Mob wants to be in. That Unruly Mob is more for white-black. I think this deck likes Blessed Defiance. It gets us our Coven sometimes, and it just helps us trade, gets us a 1/1 flyer in the end. Burdenmire is pretty nice, but I actually do want the 1-drops between all the... We have a lot of 3-drops, basically. We get our Timberland Guide, so we actually made it all the way back. And I think we grab the Pestilent Wolf. We already have a Tireless Hauler. We want to make sure we have enough 2-drops. We get our Might of the Old Ways. Yep, so green was wide open. Alright. Another Rise of the Ants. I think that's our top end completely done. That's our deck basically done. If we want it to be, that's our deck done. We are now looking for a removal. We have Clear Shot. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 early game. We have amazing 3-drops. All the 4-drops we would want. And we have our late game with the Rise of the Ants. So we are just looking for removal at this point, basically. Alright, Defend the Celeste. This is great at this deck. Basically acts as removal by being a big pump to blow them out of the water. I think we're done with 4-drops now. We could have considered the... I think there were some other cards. I will say not getting a Duel for Dominance is a bad sign. Also, notes, with all of our green, we might be able to, like, pull out a lot of the white. Yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... We have 6 white cards. So we might be able to just go mono green. And Duel for Dominance is exactly what this deck wants. So we're taking that. Florian getting passed around again hurts, but this is pack 3. We're nowhere near that, so... Alright. Homestead Courage. Kessig Naturalist is not where I want to be, I don't think. Tapping at the window. How many creatures? 13 creatures. I'm going to sideboard the Homestead Courage. Might end up blowing that. But it's entirely possible. We just rip out white. Like, we have a pretty decent curve without white. It makes the most absolute consistency in the world. Hound Tamer or Duel for Dominance. Okay. I think we need removal well enough that the Duel for Dominance beats out the Hound Tamer. Hound Tamer is great, but we already have some great 3-drops. I'd rather pick the Duel for Dominance. Yeah, we already have a Bribery Extractor, a Burdenmire, Darnheart Wardens. I do want the Hound Tamer, but I think we take every Duel for Dominance we could get our hands on. Alright. Eccentric Farmer helps with our 3-drops if we do go mono green. Also helps with our Shadow Beast Science that are Rise of the Ants that are our late game. Yeah. I think we are just going to go mono green. I think that's actually what's going to happen. $21 playables, and we have a Bounding Wolf in our sideboard if we really want it. 21 playables. It says 9 creatures, but 6 of these spells are creatures, so it's actually 15 creatures. Alright. Let's pick the round reunion. None of these cards mean anything. Tapping at the window. I mean, we have enough creatures. The non-creatures we want in the grave. Kessig Naturalist would be nice, but it's just such a splash. I have the Old Ways or Dread's Revival. Okay, fine. We already have 2 Mites of the Old Ways, so I'm good with it. Alright. Ooh, so I'm not sure if you saw it. The Vault just triggered, so we have that opportunity. So right now we have a 17 land deck. We have Eccentric Farmer. We're all 1 color. We can actually move down to 16 lands. Let's just see, is it worth splashing white? We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Yeah, we get like 5 cards. One of them's double white. We can't really support it. Gavany Silversmith is a good card, but not when you have 4 Shadow Beast sightings already. Well, mono green beasts. The Death Bonnet Sprout, even when it, like, mills over our Shadow Beasts and stuff, we're happy. We do actually get to 8 lands despite only 16, because that's what this format has been recently. Dryad's Revival pulls back cards. Tapping at the window isn't the best, but it's good enough. 5, 6. We only have 6 early game. That is something that we have to recognize again. Always feels like I do everything right, and at the very end I realize, oh wait. I'm okay playing Tapping at the Window as my 2-drop. Gave myself a 3-drop. Yeah. Yeah, 10 creatures. Tapping at the Window is going to miss a lot, but it's going to miss in a way where it hits Shadow Beast sightings. It's going to hit Rise of the Ants. It's going to hit Dryad's Revivals. It's going to do its work. Alright. Well, we got our 2-drops, and we got a kill shot. Yep. This is a keep. Man, we're going mono... So I do stand by the statement that if you're going monocolor in this format, you're probably missing out on some important splashes. But I really don't know why I'd splash in. Like, I'd have to get, like, some big card that's worth... I don't see where that'd be. I mean, if this blind flips on turn 1 in Limited, I'd be baffled. I'd be proud, but I'd be baffled. Alright. Play my Pestilent Wolf. I'm happy blocking Delver. I'm happy attacking into Delver. I'm happy doing a lot of things. Alright. That's fine by me. I like playing Burn My Own Curve. Next turn I can make it bigger. If they flip Delver, that is. I can also just clear shots, attack in. Alright. Yep, still no Delver flip. Deck with Hobbling Zombie, I win the race, so I'm good with it. Save the clear shot for something worth. I could attack. They block the Burnmire with Hobbling Zombie. I clear shots, kill the Scab Wrangler, and, like, trade like that. But I'm not sure if that's a positive for me, is the main issue. The Pestilent Wolf definitely comes in. 100% of the time, the Pestilent Wolf comes in. Nice. Well, I now have a 3/5. I'm holding up both Defend the Celestis and Clear Shot. They still can't flip their Delver. Clear Shot doesn't save my Wing Shredder. Okay. I mean, are they really just holding back? Yeah. Right, we're getting rid of the Scab Wrangler now. And yeah, I'm going to Timberland Guide again. Get myself this guy. And now my duel for like I have Coven now. So even if they flip Delver, I can duel for dominance with Pestilent Wolf becoming a 4/4. I also have Defend the Celestis held up. They are almost out of cards. Lands gets me closer to Rise of the Ants. Non-lands keeps me where I'm at. Defend the Celestis is going to be just a blowout once they play cards into it. Yeah. As long as they also don't have Disturb effects, we win the late game, I think. Like, while we don't have as many late game, we win every time late game comes in. Alright. Defend the Celestis, or this. Discard Rise of the Ants. Alright. I think I attack with all. I could defend the Celestis or duel for dominance, depending on how they block. Yeah. If there's no blocks, I just duel killing the Blood Tithe. Yep. And they never flipped Delver. Okay, finally flipped Delver. And now I have a Defend the Celestis. Yep. So they're now in a good spot. They block the wolf. I separate my pumps. They kill a 3/3. They take 5. They take 5. And they're still in trouble. Yep. There we go. And yeah, now they have to defenestrate one of the Timberland guides, or else they're dead here. So, even, like, the defenestrate is forced, and they're still in trouble. Yep. Land gets me Tireless Hauler, which it's already night, so Tireless Hauler is a 6/6. They do have 5 damage, so if they have a big creature here, I am in trouble. But they need a big creature here, and, like, we kind of pressured them out. No Shadow Beast sightings for me. 0 Shadow Beast sightings. We have a full play set in this deck. Huh. It turned out fine, it's just surprising is all. So next turn, yeah, they need, if they attack with the Insectile Aberration, that tells me that they have some sort of plan. They have some sort of flash trigger. If they don't, like, huh. Wow. Nice. Give them the nice. I have to have the old ways. Make sure I'm still threatening. So even if they attack with a 4/4, if they keep drawing lands, they have issues. Even if we draw non-lands, as long as it's not my Rise of the Ants, I'm pretty sure my entire deck is playable. Yeah, if it's not Rise of the Ants, it's playable. So there's only one card I can draw that is bad for me. Every other card is perfectly acceptable. And remember, if the moment I get a land, I get Tireless Hauler, and Tireless Hauler can stop this Timberland guide while attacking him freely. Alright, here's my Shadow Beast. Shadow Beast can start attacking in. I'm guessing this is just another land in their hand. When I played Shadow Beast, there was no pause, so... Well, actually, there's a pause right now. They have something playable. Alright. I'm going to swing, trying to force a lethal situation. Alright, so they have a Stormwire Spirit to block the Timberland Guide. Good for them. Alright. They are actually becoming the threat now, and lands don't help me anymore. Oof. They played well. I was not expecting a Stormwire Spirit. I'll be clear. I thought... They must have had a land, drawn the Stormwire Spirit, played the land, and... Yeah. Alright, well, we're both top decking. I think I win the top deck race by 1 turn, so... Yeah. So I win this top deck race by 1 turn as long as I win the top decks. If I draw another land and they draw a creature, I'm out. But if they just... And that's enough to get them back in this game. So now I have to find an answer to Stormwire Spirit, or that Component Collector is going to stop me. So if I draw a land here, I lose. And it sucked to end this late in, losing because I got 3 lands in a row. I mean, it is scary. If they attack with Stormwire Spirit, they do say that if I draw a removal spell, I win the game. Oh my god, they're holding up. They're not at the attack phase. They have something else. They drew another good card. They drew another playable. So I need to draw a playable to match, or else I'm out. So Grafted Identity, by the way, is absolutely insane. The fact that I was so far ahead that I was able... And that ends the game. I can't think of how I survived this turn. So now I have 3 health. Yeah. Hold up as if it's a threat. But yeah, that won them the game. That won them the game. They have lethal on ground and lethal in the air. There's... I can't think of a card that could have saved me there in my deck. By 1 attack, they won the game. By 1 attack, they won the game. Well, Briarbridge Tractor into a good... card could have pulled me out. Ugh. But yeah, I ran out of resources. I drew lands, they drew non-lands. Mana Screw usually beats Mana Flood. I got Mana Screw at the beginning, flooded at the end. It's like, I did know that not drawing cards was my weakness. I knew that coming in. I mean, once I get Shadow Beast Sighting, I win the board. And I do have a lot of 2-drops and 3-drops, I'm pretty sure. I can actually count 1. So I can actually count thanks to Untapped. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 playables I could have drawn. Alright. Well, they went slow. I'm going slower. I think they had a counter spell. Oh. Alright, well, if you want to count on my Shadow Beast, go right ahead. Nope. Alright. Well, it looks like they got even more unlucky than we did, so... Oh, they have the Fading Hope. Oh, they just top decked it. I'm like, they should really have played that earlier. Alright. So I'm going Shadow Beast into Rise of the Ants, which is insane. And now I'm actually okay with lands, because the next land is an additional Shadow Beast, and then the land after that is an additional Rise of the Ants. Alright. Well, we're token tribal, everyone. Not what I expected to be, but... Oh, nice. They should take both Shadow Beats. Huh. Alright. Well. I get Timberland Guide. Pump this up. And then I have both Might of the Old Ways and Duel for Dominance as quick combat tricks. Alright, that's the only pump. Yeah, I think I might have the Old Ways to kill this one. And I still get Coven at the end, so I draw a card off of this. Alright. There we are. I have a Duel for Dominance in the back line. So if they play another big creature. And if they don't, I think I just pump up an Ant and kill the Eccentric Farmer. Yep. No blocks. There we go. They have 6 cards in hand, so they do have a lot of cards in hand, but I have lethal on board, so. Alright. So I do the math. I want to actually use an Ant on the Eccentric Farmer, and then clear shot the Bat Whisper. That will split up my damage well enough that it should end up finishing the game. They have a start already. Nonetheless, the damage split is impressive, even if it... Yeah. Ah, nice. Alright. Well, we clear shot here, killing that. And... Oh, I could clear shot here, killing that, but... I think this forces more out of them. I'm attacking with the Timberland Guide because they have to block in a way. Like they... Yep. They couldn't block the Timberland Guide anyways. That's basically what I was trying to get at. Alright. Get myself a forest. I now have a Shadow Beast sighting again. They do have... Again, they have all the cards in hand, but we have the cards on board. That Duel for Dominance really damaged us. I should have turned it into a bigger creature, but I didn't know. They would have just gotten me on the clear shot next turn. So, I'm not disappointed. Alright, if I attack with all, they can't block the Timberland Guide, so the Timberland Guide gets free damage in. So, unless the card they played costs 2 mana. They passed up on a Harvesthide Sentry, so it has to. Alright. Start by attacking with all. See how they respond. I'm assuming it's a Blade Brand. Yep. Okay. Yeah, it was a kill spell of some sort. Alright, well, we threaten lethal 3 ways to Sunday. And we have another Shadow Beast sighting in the bin when we're ready. Alright. You're going to need more than that. That doesn't block, so it doesn't actually help you. Good game. Thank you. Yep. Yeah, I just got lucky that they were going so slow at the beginning. I had a very bad start, and they just had a worse start. We are technically a tempo deck, but we stumbled. And we have the ability to stumble. 1 drop, great 2 drop into 2 value cards. On our way through. Alright. Alright, Nicky Poo. If I attack and they block, I get to kill it, and then I don't get to play Briarbridge Tracker. I'm just going to play Briarbridge Tracker. I think this is more important. Yeah, Ludwig as just a 2-mana 2/3 is good. Like, that alone makes it good. Looks like, yeah, they have... Okay, Stag Awakener. Makes sense. I am happy attacking into this. Do I want to Timberland Guide, turn that into a 5/4? Or, no, that... They're going to double block, I kill the Blade Stitch Scab. And I'm happy. If they block the Pestilent Wolf, I get a kill, and both of these are positive kills. So, I'm happy. If they block with a Stag Awakener and a 2/3, I kill both. So they actually want to double block on the Briarbridge Tracker, which means the Pestilent Wolf does its job. I am happy. Doesn't mean I can't play Shadow Beast, but I think that those things were enough of threats that I am happy to have them end that way. Alright. So I can put a counter on this so that the Gale Drifter doesn't kill it on its own. And that makes it very hard for my opponent. Alright. Do I want to draw a card, or do I want tapping at the window? I think I want to draw... Yeah, I want tapping at the window because Briarbridge still has triggers. Alright, well, we missed. But we have another Shadow Beast sighting now. Alright. I mean, I'm winning the race. So... If they kill my Briarbridge, I can Dryad's Revival it, which is awesome. Yeah, if they attack with a static, I will block with Timberland and force them to do their sack triggers. Alright. I mean, this kills 2 creatures. So... Ooh, nice. Did not see that one. Alright. Well, Shadow Beast sighting is a lot of pressure. And while tapping at the window definitely is underperforming, I think I want to replace the tapping at the window with a Bounding Wolf. Honestly. Another reach creature. Yeah. I'm going to so after this game, I'm going to replace tapping at the window with Bounding Wolf. Should make my deck better. Yeah, they should attack with Ludwig. They have Ludwig becomes a big creature if they flip it, so that's actually an issue. Gonna play Pestilent Wolf. Going Dryad's Revival. Bring back my Briarbridge Tracker. Alright. They are running out of cards. Ludwig is going to be a powerful effect. Turning it into just a 4/4 Blade Stitch Scab is going to be scary. Actually, it's going to be a 6/6 Blade Stitch Scab, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, Ludwig has actually become its win condition. Mickey Poo is actually a threat now. Yep. Oh, that was lethal. I did not realize that was lethal. Anyways, tapping at the window sucked. Well, I didn't realize that was lethal. That was my foolishness. That was my foolishness. Also, they had a good deck. Like, they had enough removal. They had a good 2-drop. Like, they had a good deck. I slipped up. It's the combination of the two. Alright. We have wolves. There we are. Alright, we have Timberland Guides. We have lands. We have a combat trick. I'd rather have, I'd rather have another creature so I can Coven, but this is where we are. We are at 0-2, I believe. We keep getting very bad starts, and I don't like it. Today has been a bad day for my drafts. To be fair, in one of the other games, I have been getting some losses off of bad play. That was me not counting properly. That was definitely a bad play on my part. But even then, that would just give me one more turn and wouldn't deal with the issue at hand. I'm gonna attack first. They might have the 3-1, and then might have the old ways to combat trick it. They have something. They're holding me up. They get the 3-1. It's extra sad that, like, I had some good white cards, but I just didn't. They were all early game, and I didn't have enough to justify going white. This does not favor my of the old ways, but it's fine. I mean, at this point, I have enough lands for Rise of the Ants, so I'm not even disappointed by the extra forests. I don't like the non-plays, but my opponent's also not playing, so sure, it's fine. Probably going to have my the old ways in to kill whatever 3-4 they play here. They're holding up. Wow, they defenestrate a 2-drop. They just have no early game, I'm assuming. Alright, well, we now have our late game, effectively. We have Shadow Beast into Rise of the Ants, into more Shadow Beast, into more Rise of the Ants. So lands are now good for us. This tells them everything, but I don't care. Block. Alright. Well, I mean, we tempoed out fast enough. If we attack with all and they block an ant, we pump and kill. Yep. Alright. So now they have a 4/5 Vigilance Flying Lifelinker. And it makes a bunch of 1/1s. Let's see. If I attack with Timberland Guide as well, they block the Timberland Guide. They block the 4/4. I deal 8 damage, but I don't kill. So. Yep. Well, they had the rare bomb of this format. And we have lands. They're holding up a 3-mana combat trick is the biggest issue. So this Might of the Old Ways might not even work. I mean, again, this reveals it. This reveals my hand very clearly, but I'm happy. Like, I want them to play their cards and try to, like, I need them to run into these issues. Alright, well, we drew a card, and it was... If it was a duel for dominance, we actually were back in a good spot. But it wasn't. And now, flying vigilant... Lisa with vigilance. Oh my god. And we just drew lands. This is not like this, man. Not like this, please. And now they even have a Flesh Taker to protect it. Oh my gosh. They literally had no play until Lisa. I mean, this reveals them out of the old ways, but I have to play into it. They block. Their correct answer is to block with Soul Guide Rift. I still have to do the pump, and if I don't draw the Duel for Dominance, I'm ruined. Yeah. From now on, they do not block with Lisa, and they win the game unless I draw my Duel for Dominance. I have 2 plus a clear shot, so I have 3 answers in my deck. Made sure I would. Do I have enough to play this? No. Alright. Well, now we drew 9 lands. And they drew Lisa. I think that just kind of settles the game. We needed to draw one of our 3 outs there, or else that was game. At this point, I don't think the outs save us anymore, because we don't have anything with 4 attack. Defend the Celestis does save us. Alright. Defend the Celestis is our last card that we can play to survive. If we block the Flesh Taker, they just sacrifice turn into a 4/4 and we lose that trade. Well, Lisa is a absolute insane powerhouse bomb. A protected Lisa is even stronger. And they get Scry's Stops, which, you know, tells you that this is going to end well for you. Why did I play that? Now I can't block with Burdenmire properly. It's not like it helps me. How? This is actually really infuriating. I'm just trying to hide it because I just... Oh my gosh. So anyways, this is why you don't play monocolored decks, because you have certain weaknesses. For example, we drafted as much removal as we could, and we still only got 3 removal, not enough for Lisa. Like... We also don't have much answer to Flyer, just this Burdenmire and the Bounding Wolf. Alright. That actually gave me a turn, I think. Because the Soul Guide Rift means they can't swing through my Burdenmire with Flyers. I can't play anything this turn, which means the Shadow Beast Sign gets eaten by Soul Guide Griff. But alternatively, I don't even have enough creatures in my grave. Yep. I'm playing to win, not to survive. Let's play the Shadow Beast Sighting. Let's just reveal how bad this hand was. Yep. 9 lands, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess 8 playables to 9 lands, but like we went down to 16 lands. They had Lisa, they had answers for our combat tricks. Just all of that. They're not even playing the flyer. And like, yeah, if I kill their creatures, Lisa just brings them back. It's not even good for me. They don't even have creatures in exile themselves. Like, yeah. They literally only attacked with Lisa. Yeah, and then they just get a sacrifice with Flesh Taker. Like, so the reason I did this is so if I draw a Duel for Dominance, I can actually use the Beast to kill Lisa. Watch me mail it. Nope. Good game. I'm just leaving. They have Lisa. They, like... This card's a bomb for a reason. If you don't have an answer for it, you're done. And my deck did not draw the answers for it. Oh my god, that hurts so bad. That hurts so bad. We had a very bad day. 1-3. 1-3. The Rise of the Ants and the Shadow Beast were enough, but it's just like... This doesn't deal much with flyers. Like, I have... And, like, if I don't draw my Duel for Dominances... Like, I had 3 kill spells. If I didn't draw them, I needed to deal with my combat tricks. 3 combat tricks. But then if they have... They blew me out a lot of the times. My reach was very limited. I couldn't really deal with their issues. Even if I put in another Bounding Wolf, there's not really cards I want. Dryad's Revival has just been underperforming like horrible. So that might have been the play there. Get myself another creature. Obviously, the tapping in the window sucked at the beginning because while I have creatures, it's an uneven split. A lot of them are non-creatures. Like, I really did not need that value card. And yeah, in case you're wondering why 1 win sucks so bad, 100 gems and 1 pack. Notice that the next is 250, and then the next is 1,000. Getting that 3rd win is very important because it costs 1,500 gems to enter. So if you don't get those gems, it hurts. It hurts. Ow. Pain. Well, everyone, I hope your drafts go better than mine. I hope you all have